What if you were given a gift every single morning, but whatever you didn't use would be gone forever by nightfall? What if that gift wasn't money, but something far more valuable, and most people were wasting it without realizing? And what if learning to use it wisely could completely change the direction of your life? Imagine this for a moment. Every morning, you wake up and someone hands you $86,400. No matter who you are, you receive the same amount every day. But there's one rule. Whatever you don't spend by the end of the day disappears. You can't save it. You can't recover it. Would you let even a single dollar go to waste? That's exactly what happens every day, except the currency isn't money. It's time. You're given 86,400 seconds, and once they're gone forever. The question is, how many of those seconds are slipping away without purpose? Today, we're going to break down 7 powerful ways to stop wasting time and start winning. Because winners don't waste time. They invest it. They understand that time is the great equalizer. Rich or poor, young or old, everyone gets the same 24 hours. What separates the successful from the average is how those hours are used. Let's start with the first principle. Set clear, defined goals. Without a clear destination, any road will take you somewhere, but not necessarily where you want to go. That's not how winners live. Winners know exactly where they're headed. They have a vision, a purpose, and a reason to wake up every morning with energy and direction. Take a moment and ask yourself this. What do I want to achieve in the next year? In the next 5 years? Over my lifetime? Be specific. Saying, I want to be successful isn't enough. What does success actually look like to you? Is it building a business, writing a book, or gaining financial independence? Write your goals down. There is power in putting pen to paper. It moves your dreams out of the vague world of someday and places them firmly into reality. But clarity alone isn't enough. Your goals need to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Don't say you want to lose weight. Say exactly how much, by when, and how you'll do it. When your goals are clear, your mind has a target. Your actions gain direction. Suddenly, those 86,400 seconds each day begin to matter. Now let's move to the second principle. Prioritize ruthlessly. In a world full of distractions, endless notifications, and constant scrolling, the ability to prioritize has become a superpower. And it's one anyone can develop. Not all tasks are equal. Some move you closer to your goals, while others only create the illusion of progress. There's a simple way to understand this, often called the Eisenhower matrix. Tasks fall into 4 categories: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. Most people spend their days stuck reacting to what feels urgent. They're busy all the time, but rarely moving forward. Real progress happens in the important but not urgent category. These tasks don't demand attention right away, but they quietly shape your future. Learning to focus, there is one of the fastest ways to stop wasting time and start winning. These are the tasks that move you toward your goals. They include planning, building relationships, personal development, and exercise. They may not demand attention right away, but when done consistently, they quietly transform your life. That's why I challenge you to begin each day by looking at your to-do list and identifying those important but not urgent tasks. Make them a priority. If you don't, they will always be pushed aside. And months, or even years later, you may wonder why the progress you hoped for never arrived. Remember this. Being busy is not the same as being productive. Activity is not accomplishment. When you prioritize ruthlessly, your productivity doesn't just improve. It accelerates. Now let's move to the third principle. Develop rock-solid routines. I know what some of you may be thinking. Routines sound boring or restrictive. But here's the truth. Routines are the secret weapon of high achievers. They are the quiet force that keeps people moving forward day after day, regardless of motivation or mood. Willpower is limited. The more you rely on it, the faster it runs out. But strong routines remove the need for constant willpower. Your actions become automatic, as natural as breathing. Think about it. You don't need motivation to brush your teeth each morning. You do it because it's a habit. Now imagine applying that same consistency to the actions that move you closer to your goals. Start with your morning routine. How you begin your day shapes everything that follows. It might mean waking up early to exercise, reflect, and plan. It might mean spending the first hour learning or preparing your priorities. Whatever it is, make it consistent and non-negotiable. Next, structure your workday. Set aside focused blocks of time for your most important work. Some people think best in the morning. Others perform better later in the day. Design a structure that fits you and commit to it. And don't overlook your evening routine. This is your chance to slow down, reflect, and prepare for the next day. Reviewing your goals, planning tomorrow, or reading can help you recharge so you start the next day with clarity and energy. We are shaped by what we repeatedly do. Excellence is not a single action. It's a habit. Build strong routines, and excellence becomes your default state. Now let's move to the fourth principle. Master the art of saying no. This may be one of the most important skills you can develop when it comes to managing your time. Every time you say yes to something, you are saying no to something else. Every commitment takes time away from your priorities, your goals, and your dreams. That doesn't mean turning down everything or isolating yourself from opportunities. It means being selective. It means protecting your time as the valuable resource it truly is. The most successful people understand this. They don't say yes to everything. They choose carefully because they know their future depends on how they spend their time today. Think about this for a moment. The most successful people in the world, the ones with more opportunities than most of us can imagine, are saying no far more often than they say yes. Why? Because they understand the power of focus. They know that spreading themselves too thin is the fastest path to average results. So how do you master the art of saying no? It starts with clarity. When you are clear about your priorities, it becomes much easier to recognize what does not align with your goals. Next, remember this. No is a complete sentence. You don't always need to explain or justify your decision. A simple, "I can't commit to that right now," is often enough. Also understand this. Saying no to others is really saying yes to yourself. It isn't selfish. It's self-respect. It's protecting your time, your energy, and your future. And like any skill, it gets easier with practice. The more often you say no, the more confident you become. People begin to respect your boundaries. And when you do say yes, it carries real meaning. So here's your challenge for the week. Practice saying no. Decline the commitment that doesn't support your goals. Politely turn down the meeting that could have been an email. Guard your time fiercely, because once it's gone, you can never get it back. Now let's move to the fifth principle. Eliminate distractions. Distractions are everywhere. They live in our pockets, on our desks, and on our screens. They buzz, flash, and pull at our attention, quietly stealing our focus and productivity. What many people don't realize is how costly interruptions really are. After a distraction, it can take over 20 minutes to fully regain focus. That quick glance at your phone costs far more than you think. So how do you take control? Start by identifying your biggest time wasters. For most people, it's the smartphone. A tool designed to make life easier often becomes the greatest source of distraction. Turn off notifications for non-essential apps. Better yet, remove the apps that constantly pull you away. Ask yourself if you truly need to know every update in real time. Next, create specific times to check email and messages. Outside those windows, close them. Give yourself uninterrupted time to focus deeply. That focus is a gift you give yourself. Now look at your environment. Is your workspace calm and supportive, or cluttered and chaotic? Your surroundings shape your state of mind. Create a space that encourages clarity and concentration. And finally, let's talk about multitasking. For years, it was praised as a skill. But the truth is, it doesn't work the way we think. The brain doesn't focus on multiple tasks at once. It switches rapidly between them, and each switch drains mental energy. Instead, practice doing one thing at a time. Give your full attention to a single task, and you'll complete it faster, with better results and far less stress. You'll not only work faster, you'll work better. Remember this. Your ability to focus is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. Start small. Give yourself 25 minutes of uninterrupted work, then take a short break. Over time, extend that focus. You'll be surprised by how much you can accomplish when you protect your attention and use it deliberately. Now let's move to the sixth principle. Leverage the power of systems. Many people rely on motivation to get things done. They wait for inspiration, for that sudden burst of energy that pushes them into action. The problem is motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. If you depend on it alone, consistency becomes impossible. That's where systems change everything. A system is a process, a set of actions you follow regularly, regardless of how you feel. It doesn't wait for motivation. It simply runs. Imagine your goal is to write a book. A motivation-driven approach waits for inspiration and then writes intensely for a short time, followed by long gaps of inactivity. A system-driven approach looks very different. You sit down to write at the same time each day. Some days the words flow easily. Other days they don't. But you show up anyway. That's the difference. A system guarantees progress. It may be slow, and it may not feel exciting, but it works. To build effective systems, start by breaking your goals into small daily or weekly actions. Ask yourself what needs to happen consistently to move forward. Then schedule those actions and treat them as non-negotiable. Protect them the same way you would protect an important meeting. Track your progress in a simple way, whether it's a checklist or a habit tracker. Seeing consistency builds momentum. And finally, review your systems regularly. Adjust what isn't working and refine what is. Success isn't about doing extraordinary things once in a while. It's about doing ordinary things exceptionally well, consistently, over time. Systems make that possible. Now we come to the seventh principle. Embrace continuous learning. In a world that's constantly changing, the ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn isn't optional. It's essential. The skills that brought you this far may not be the skills that carry you forward. But here's the encouraging part. When you commit to continuous learning, you don't just gain knowledge. You reshape the way you think. You become more adaptable, more resilient, and better prepared for whatever challenges lie ahead. So how do you embrace continuous learning? It begins with curiosity. Approach each day, each conversation, and each challenge as a chance to learn something new. Ask questions. Stay open. Be willing to grow. Be willing to admit when you don't know something. That openness is where real learning begins. Make learning a daily habit. It might be reading for 30 minutes, taking an online course, seeking out mentors, or joining a small group where ideas are exchanged. However you do it, keep it consistent. And don't limit yourself to just one field. Some of the most powerful ideas come from connecting insights across different areas. Read widely. Explore new subjects. You never know where your next breakthrough will come from. Also remember this. Learning is not just about absorbing information. It's about applying what you learn. For every book you read or course you take, ask yourself how you can use it in your life or work. And when possible, teach what you've learned. Explaining ideas to others strengthens your own understanding and creates value at the same time. We've covered a lot together. We've talked about setting clear goals, prioritizing what truly matters, building strong routines, learning to say no, eliminating distractions, creating systems, and committing to continuous learning. But here's the truth. Knowledge without action leads nowhere. Information without application changes nothing. So I want to challenge you right now. Don't let these ideas stay abstract. Don't simply agree and then return to old habits. Take action. Choose one strategy, just one, and commit to practicing it this week. It could be clarifying your goals, building a morning routine, or protecting your time by saying no. Whatever you choose, commit to it. Because success is not a finish line. It's a process. It's a way of living. It's shaped by the small decisions you make day after day. And it all begins with how you use your time. Those 86,400 seconds you're given each day are passing right now. You can waste them, or you can invest them. The choice is always yours. Choose wisely. Time is the one resource you can never recover. Once it's gone, it's gone. So start today. Start now. Commit to using your time with intention. Commit to stopping the waste and starting to win. When you truly understand the value of your time and begin using it on purpose, everything starts to change. You make progress faster. You notice opportunities you once overlooked. You begin unlocking potential you didn't realize you had. And there's a deep satisfaction in knowing you're using each day well, moving steadily toward who you are meant to become. It won't always be easy. There will be days when you struggle, when you fall short, when quitting feels tempting. That's part of the process. What matters is that you get back up, return to your systems, and recommit again and again. Success is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about consistency over intensity. Now imagine yourself 1 year from today. Imagine you've practiced these principles every day for 365 days. Picture how much progress you've made, how much closer you are to your goals, how much stronger and more confident you feel. That future is possible. It's within reach. But it begins with the decisions you make right now. This is not a rehearsal. This is your life, unfolding in real time. And you have the power to decide how it's lived. You have the power to shape your time, to mold it, and to create the future you want. So let's recap the 7 ways to stop wasting time and start winning. Set clear, defined goals. Prioritize ruthlessly. Develop strong routines. Master the art of saying no. Eliminate distractions. Build systems. Embrace continuous learning. Each of these strategies is powerful on its own, but when you apply them together, something remarkable happens. They compound. They reinforce one another. And that's when real transformation begins. Here's a simple truth. The most successful people you admire are not superhuman. They don't have more hours in the day. They don't possess some hidden advantage you lack. What they have is discipline. What they have is focus. And most importantly, they deeply understand the value of time and choose to use it wisely. The good news is that these qualities can be developed. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. Small, positive choices made day after day create powerful results. Maybe it's waking up a little earlier to work on what matters most. Maybe it's turning off distractions for a few hours. Maybe it's reading a few pages each night. Whatever you choose, commit to it and stay consistent. Over time, those small actions add up to meaningful change. Think about the people you admire most. They're not the ones who waste their time or drift through their days. They're the ones who take action, who keep growing, who move forward with intention. And here's the truth. You can become one of those people. You have the potential to make a difference, to inspire others, and to leave something meaningful behind. It all comes down to how you use your time. Be intentional. Treat each day as the gift it is. Because time will pass no matter what. The question is whether you'll use it wisely. Why not use it to move closer to your goals? Why not use it to become the best version of yourself? The way you spend your time is the way you spend your life. So invest it in what matters. Invest it in your goals, your growth, and the people you care about. Stop reacting to life and start creating it. Take responsibility. Take control. Become the architect of your own future. It's never too late to start. What matters is what you choose to do from this moment forward. Commit to valuing your time. Commit to using it with purpose. Commit to stopping the waste and starting to win. Those 86,400 seconds you're given each day are counting down. Will you waste them or will you invest them? I believe you can make the right choice. I believe you can use your time wisely and build the life you want. I wish you good health, happiness, and strength on your journey. And don't forget to subscribe to Mindset Daily so we can keep growing and winning together.